In today's walkthrough tour, we're going to showcase a home in Northridge, California that's set up for multi-generational living. Let's go inside and see what it's all about. All right, so today's episode, we're actually in a house in Northridge, California. Some call it Northridge, some people call it Porter Ranch. I'd say most people would call it Porter Ranch because it's in zip code 91326. But a lot of people would also call it Northridge because technically the city of Los Angeles considers everything south of Rinaldi to be Northridge, not Porter Ranch. All right, so this house that we're in today, it's listed at $1,050,000, and it's a beautifully remodeled home. And we're going to explore the layout today. And make sure you stay tuned at the end. I'm going to go into detail of who's selling their house right now, what the typical seller looks like right now here in the spring of 2024. So make sure you stay tuned at the end for that as we walk through this entire property. This home is 4 bedrooms, 1,590 square feet, and just over a 10,000 square foot lot. So this is a beautiful home, and we're going to start all the way here in the living room. So when you walk in, we're going to step back right now. You walk in through the entry and you immediately have this space, and this is the living room, and I would say probably the dining room also, depending on how you have it configured. These sellers actually have a very large couch right here. So, and originally they had a dining set here also, but it was just taking up too much space. So they actually removed it to kind of give it more of an open feel. If you didn't have a large couch like this, most people would probably put maybe a circular dining area, a dining table right here because you're right next to the kitchen. But a beautifully remodeled fireplace right here. So instead of the stone facing from the 50s and 60s, that's very typical. Instead, you have this granite facing on the fireplace. This is a gas and wood burning. And then I like how above the mantle, you have the wood. And then inside of that, you're able to insert your television set. And this home has surround sound throughout most of the house. So that's always really pretty cool to be able to enjoy your home theater-like experience. But then when you turn right, this is the focal point. This is the main area of the house. This is where all the entertaining is going to really take place in this beautifully remodeled kitchen. This one was done in 2015. They got the built-in alder cabinets with the soft closing doors. Obviously, you have the huge island counter right here. That also includes a sink basin in the middle of it. This is all granite counters. And just like the new construction, you see the Sub-Zero refrigerator, and you have your double oven, stainless appliances adjacent to it. And of course, your built-in microwave and your 5-burner gas cooktop. Most of the appliances here are from Decor, and those a lot of times you see as we have seen actually in the new construction properties. All right, so taking a look from the other angle, again, this is your island counter. And then straight ahead is this really large garden window. So typically, especially in the older homes, it's a very small garden window. But this one's really big. And this one has dual pane windows throughout the entire house. So I like how they have the granite that really goes well and accentuates the cabinets. And then the backsplash is basically the Galaxy granite, the black Galaxy on the backsplash. All right, so let's start heading over to the other side of the house. We can start taking a look at some of the bedrooms and some of the other things that we got going on right here. All right, so as you immediately go into where most of the bedrooms are, you first have this bathroom, and it has a separate shower and a tub. Okay, and then the tub, most people probably use it as a soaking tub and whatnot, but it's nicely remodeled as opposed to a lot of the older original homes that we sell out here in Northridge and Porter Ranch. Some of them you have yellow, pink, green, blue, tubs. So it's nice to actually see a bathroom that's remodeled. And so your first bedroom to the left, this has the original flooring from the 1950s with your ceiling fan above, and a good-sized bedroom, right? And of course, your dual-pane windows on the other side. So, again, this is only about 1,600 square feet, but we're going to talk about the addition that they have on the other side of the house in a little bit. That's perfect for in-laws. And then you move over to bedroom number 2, the middle bedroom right here. Also a ceiling fan, and also has a lot of natural light coming into it. And this bedroom, the seller's using as an office for the most part. Let's go over to the other side right now. Okay, so walking into this room, now they have it set up more or less as a den. This house is staged, obviously, but it is a bedroom technically because you do have a closet. So depending on how you wanted to use it, I would say most people would probably use this as their office, maybe a guest room, a small bedroom. You have smaller kids. Just depends on what your needs might be. And then it connects to a 3/4 bath. So this one nicely remodeled also. Beautiful shower enclosure. And it takes you right to the laundry room, which is inside. It's not in the garage. So you have your own laundry room with hookups right here with the beautiful wood cabinets. And then you turn around, and this is where the house ended before. So before we actually move on to the in-laws or the guests, before we do that, hey, just wanted to say my name's Scott Himelstein. If this is the first time you're actually watching our home tours, thank you for watching. We'd definitely love if you could actually subscribe, as we're going to bring you home tours all throughout Los Angeles County. So again, if this is your first time, I'm a real estate agent. I've been doing this for almost 20 years now, hard to believe. And we love helping buyers like yourself, whether it be to buy, sell, invest in real estate in Southern California. All right, so enough about me, this home tour right now. Now, this home, it was built in the 50s, and the sellers are moving to Florida, and the wife, she actually grew up in this house, so she's actually kept it in the family since she was a little girl. Her family moved in when she was actually 5 years old. So they actually left this out for me, which is really cool. This is the original sales brochure from the 1950s. Check that out. And this is their floor plan that they have right here. So this is the Imperial builder, Northridge Imperial, and they have the Lord Sovereign actual floor plan. And one of the funny things that it says, it's probably hard to see right here. We'll see if we can get a little closer here. But it says, the full family room provides an area where casual relaxation is just steps from the kitchen and within reach at snack time. Open to the kitchen so busy mothers can easily keep a watchful eye on frolicking children. So yeah, that might be a fair housing violation today. You definitely obviously wouldn't see that. Obviously, that was a sign of the times. That was back in the 1950s. All right, so again, we're on this other side of the house. This is where the house ended before, and they converted the garage. This is not permitted on this area right here. So it's not included in the square feet. It's probably about 500 square feet total. So as you go into this area right here, here you go. You got your own bedroom and shower that they added. Kind of peek around there a little bit with the tile counters, and then you go down these 2 steps and you have a nice bedroom area. So a pretty good size bedroom area, and depending on what type of bed you want to put in here, but they have, look, already plenty of dressers in here, and they got like a little media space over here. So it's pretty nice too, kind of all tucked away, this little niche right here. All right, so that's pretty cool. Like, again, we talked about multi-generational living. So if you needed an in-law or you needed someone to stay with you, whatever your living situation may be, I think it works on a lot of levels. As we go back to the kitchen, and now we're going to go out to the backyard. So this lot, again, over 10,000 square feet. And we head on out. Really good sized backyard. And for someone, who needs parking for their toys, really, I think that's the highlight of this backyard. You're going to see it right here. And you have access from the alley. And then you turn around you have room for an RV, your boat, whatever toys you may have, motorized or unmotorized. It's really cool. And you still perfect for entertaining. So now this barbecue is actually connected to the gas line. So while you could take off the barbecue itself, you probably would want to keep something here because the gas line is actually active. And you got the large grassy area here, and of course the covered patio. So you could do some pretty good, entertaining. We'll take a look in the front later maybe, but this is where end phase is, which means they have a solar system. And one question that's always really important to make sure you ask when you're buying a house with solar, is it owned or leased? This one's actually owned. They bought the system outright in 2023, so you won't have any payments for solar. All right, so we're going to open up this door. This is the remainder of where the actual garage was converted. And they converted it into a storage area. And you literally can go up that ladder. Now there's tons of more storage right there in the attic. So plenty of storage at this house. You're not going to be here for a lack of storage. So that's your backyard. And you got your fruit trees, a peaceful neighborhood, and just an overall a great spot. Now, if you wanted to build a pool, there's room to build a pool. Remember, building a pool is going to probably cost you minimum of about $70,000, but there's plenty of room for it if you wanted to. But again, you have this large grassy area that's great for, having kids over and being able to entertain. Beautiful covered patio. So it's just a great setup. And then if you come over to the side, maybe you have a dog, and you got your storage shed. And there's your dog run right there. We'll go back inside right now. All right, so what I was telling you earlier, what do you need to know about the market right now here in 2024? So who's actually selling homes right now? This is something I promised you at the beginning of the video. Inventory is still really low across LA County. In this zip code in 91326 currently, there are only 53 properties for sale out of 13,000 single family units. Of the 53, you have only 16 that are under 1.4 million, and you only have 2 under $1 million. So who is actually selling? Well, for example, these sellers right here, well, they're moving to the state of Florida, right? So they're retiring, and they have a brand new construction that they're buying. And then most of the people that have moved out of state, they've already done so already. And so what we're finding is a lot of the people that own their home outright, a lot of them, maybe they would like to move, but they're worried about capital gains taxes, so they're holding on to the house. So those people aren't moving. But we are seeing people that are moving that a lot of time they've lived in the house for a really long period of time. And, maybe the house is too much, especially if they got 1,700 to 3,000 square feet. Maybe the maintenance is too much for them. And so maybe they want to downsize it to something else, whether it be a condo, a townhouse, assisted living, moving in with family or closer to family. We're seeing that quite often. Obviously, then you have the people that have passed away, and then the kids or the family, they're entrusted to actually be able to sell and liquidate that property. That's a big one right now. And then you also have people that are kind of dealing with life events, whether it be divorce, whether it be a relocation for work. But actually, the big one that we're seeing when it comes to that is a lot of these people, they bought during the pandemic or right around that time. Even though they got a really low interest rate, if they bought something really small and now they have 2-3 kids and they just don't have the room in that property to be able to raise the family, they need something bigger. And we're seeing a lot of that right now. And then you combine that with the fact the amount of people that actually need an extra bedroom on the property for whether it be a parent or an in-law, we're seeing that a lot right now. Again, that's why you see all the builders really investing in multi-generational living situations that we currently see almost every time that we walk through a new construction property. So that's who's selling right now. And hey, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we look forward to seeing you on our next tour.